The Daruma doll sat on Kenji's desk, its single-painted eye staring into the dim room.
It was a gift from his grandmother, a relic from a temple she claimed was forgotten. "Paint one eye when you make your wish," she had whispered, her voice like dry leaves.
"Paint the other when it comes true."
Desperate, drowning in debt and deadlines, Kenji had caved. He uncapped a black marker and, with a trembling hand, filled in the doll's left eye. "I wish for success," he muttered to the round, red figure. "I wish for all my projects to be praised and profitable."
The air in his apartment grew still, and for a moment, he felt foolish. Then he went to bed.
The next morning, his inbox was flooded. A client he'd been chasing for months had not only agreed to his proposal but had doubled the budget.
A forgotten stock investment had suddenly skyrocketed.
By noon, his boss had called, offering a promotion he was wildly unqualified for.
It was a miracle. Ecstatic, Kenji ran to the Daruma to complete the ritual.
But as he reached for the marker, he froze. The doll's blank right eye was now streaked with a single, crimson tear, as if it had wept blood. A cold dread seeped into him.
This wasn't right.
He backed away, leaving the second eye unpainted. The wishes kept coming, each success more dizzying than the last, but a shadow clung to every triumph. His rival at work fell down a flight of stairs, leaving the path to Kenji's promotion clear. The client who funded his project died suddenly in a car crash, ensuring the contract passed to his heirs, who favored Kenji. The Daruma was granting his wish, but it was collecting its price from others. That night, Kenji was woken by a soft, scraping sound.
Thump. Drag. Thump. Drag. He peered out his bedroom door. In the moonlight, he saw it. The Daruma doll was on the floor. It wasn't rolling.
It was hopping, its weighted base hitting the carpet with a dull thump, then dragging itself forward with its painted sleeves. It was moving toward his bedroom, its single eye fixed on his door, the blood tear glistening. Kenji slammed the door and shoved a chair under the knob, his heart hammering against his ribs. The scraping stopped just outside. He spent the rest of the night awake, listening. In the morning, the doll was back on his desk. But it was closer to the edge. And it was facing his bed. He knew what he had to do. He had to finish the ritual. He snatched the marker, lunged forward, and stabbed the tip at the empty eye socket. The marker screeched and skidded off the lacquered wood.
It wouldn't make a mark.
He tried again, pressing with all his might, but the surface was impossibly hard, repelling the ink. The ritual was refusing to be completed.
The debt was not yet paid in full. That evening, as he stared at his computer screen, a new email arrived.
The subject line read, "Congratulations." He had won a prestigious, life-changing award he didn't even remember applying for. As he read the details, a familiar sound began behind him.
Thump. Drag.
He spun his chair around. The Daruma was on the floor again, halfway across the room. This time, it was closer. Much closer.
Thump. Drag.
It was leaving a faint, dark smear on the floorboards behind it. The single eye, now black and glossy as a beetle's shell, was locked on him. The other socket, the one that wept, was a void of endless, hungry want.
Kenji understood now. The wish for success was endless, and so the price would be endless, too. It would keep taking and taking from everyone around him until there was no one left. And then, it would finally come for its due. The doll hopped again, its base landing just a foot from his shoes. It was waiting for him to paint the other eye. But he knew, with a certainty that turned his blood to ice, that the final stroke would not be made with ink.